Welcome back to another episode of Blackstone Fortress, where we continue our expedition. We will pick up where we left off in the previous episode. As you can see, we managed to clear the board of any enemies. Oh, sorry, apart from this little spindle drone that I somehow missed. So there it is, and it is very, very upset at threat level number 3. Right, so let's proceed with the initiative tracks since we're already here in this portion of the board. So let me put it down for just a moment. And we will shuffle the cards. There we go. Shuffle the cards. And let's see what happens. Amalin first. Okay, then Thaddeus. Come on. Hostile group number 3, number 4. Born, Locarno, and 1 and 2. Alright. Let's have a look what the Destiny dice will give us. Let's re-roll them. Again, so do we have any doubles? No, look at that. Perfect roll. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so back to the board. Amalin, Shadow Guide, and then Pious Vorn. Let's see where they are. Amalin, you're here. Let's roll your 4 dice and see what happens. Oh, thankfully there's no ones because we cannot use them in this episode as a result of terrifying howls. So we have only 2 treasure locations to pick up, and this one is on the way to the exit Maglev. So escape Maglev. So I suppose we will just continue our way down with Amalin all the way down there. So she will use 2 2s to move. She will move 6 in total. So let's go back to the board, and she will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's where she is. Is it a safe location for her? I think it is. Even if we roll some reinforcements, no reinforcements will spawn here because there's no portal. These are the portals, and portal that was here but was replaced with the escape Maglev. So she's all right there. She will turn around, and we will use her 2 remaining activation dice to go into the Overwatch mode. All right, so that's her done. Thaddeus the Purifier. Okay, it's his turn now. So let's go to his activation dice. Oh, come on. This one we cannot do a lot with this. But we can do something with a 4 and a 5. Okay. So we have this spindle drone stuck there in the corner. And it's a threat to Espern. And this is number 2. So group number 2 will move as the last group. So we have plenty of options to get rid of it. But what I like to do with Espern is to pick up this loot and just escape. He won't move a lot as a result of being stuck behind the cover. So he'll just move there. He has only 2 movement points. So I need to help him out with Thaddeus. And I think what we're going to do with Thaddeus is we're going to use the Servo Stabber with a 5, okay, and that allows me to attack twice. Unfortunately, yeah, I have to take cover into consideration. So we will use 2d8s. We just need 1 damage. So 1, 2, 3, but the cover takes place. Yeah, and look, it's a critical hit. All right, so reduced by 1 due to the spindle drone being in the cover. So it dies. Okay, so that's great. It died. All right, so we didn't even have to use anything to repeat that attack. So what I'm going to do, because there is an option for us to to spawn some enemies next to this portal, I think we'll go into Overwatch with the remaining dice for Thaddeus. There you go. That's what we're going to do. All right. Okay, so that's Thaddeus. Now group number 3 is one spindle drone. Let's roll for... before we do that, we need to roll for inspiration. So only one. There you go. There you go. Only a roll of 1 could have given us any inspiration, and there you go. There it is. It's always worth to roll it, you know. Sometimes the Blackstone dice, Blackstone D20 sometimes is beneficial to you, but mostly it is not. So reinforcement roll for group number 3, 7. No. Group number 4, Urguls, and it is a 4. Urguls are treated as small group, so let me go back to the reinforcement table. Nope, nothing for 4. Was close though. Okay, there you go. Pious Vaughan, let's go to her sheet. Okay, and let's roll. Let's see what she can do. Nice rolls, nice rolls. If we had some enemies on the board, we would have been happier. She moves 3, so I'll use the 3 and a 4 to move 6. She will follow Amalin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. With a 6, she will go into Overwatch, and with a 4, she will place 2 Infernos, 1 here and 1 there, just in case Traitor Guardsmen spawn in that through that portal and they charge us. We'll see about that. So that was Pious Vaughan. Now Espen Locarno. He was wounded, so yep. Can we use this 1 to recuperate? Yes, we can. So we won't discard it. We will start with the recuperation. So the way recuperation works is that you roll the vitality dice. If you succeed, then you heal 1. If you have a critical success, you can heal 2 minor wounds. So let's have a look. Yeah, and he's healed. Well done, mate. So now he will search the loot location for 4+. There you go. He searches that, and let's have a look what's in there. Discover card is another Architect. Okay, we have 2 now. Not enough to go back to the precipice and buy anything, but still quite worth it. So now, what do we do now? We have 2 groups that will go after us in the initiative, on the initiative track. So what we can do with Espen is either stay there and go into Overwatch or just move out. I think I'll move out. It'll take a while for him to move out because he's rather slow. So he moves out with the remaining... Oh no, I completely forgot about the perfect roll of these. So I'll use 2 of them because that's the maximum I can use to go 1, 2 with his 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he retreated. So he is just covering our back. Okay, Thaddeus, I mean. Okay, Espen, group number 1, reinforcement roll, 17, nothing. Group number 2, 12, also nothing. So I think we will just hurry up and go to the escape maglev, but let's just do the other van. Before we do that though, let's look what the Blackstone event says. 19. Can you see that? Yeah, 19. 19 is heroic effort. The leader picks an explorer that is out of action. Deploy the explorer in the same hex as another explorer as close to another explorer as possible, and then make a vitality roll. If no explorers are out of action, the leader picks an explorer. Make a vitality roll for that explorer. Well, the only explorer... No, we don't have anyone. The only explorer that is wounded is that his previous wound is going to be healed outside of precipice. So there you go. Right. So the activation order. Ooh, 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 ooh. Not good. Not good. Okay. All right. So that's what it is. Let me show you the full scope of the initiative track. I'm just thinking about using some sort of the covering fire, especially for Espen Locarno. Let me show you the what the situation is. Okay, Espen Locarno right here. He is, well, he is behind cover, but if any enemies spawn through this portal, he is in danger. Same for Thaddeus, right? We have group number 1 that will go, so maybe we will swap places and do it like that. They did the covering fire, they can see each other. All right, so we'll begin with Thaddeus, but before we do that though, we will go back to the Destiny dice, roll them again. We have 1 double and that's it. That's all we have for the time being. So now Thaddeus, he has the inspiration point that he can spend on something. A rather good roll, So let's retreat, right? I will use 2 of the Destiny dice for Thaddeus to move 4. So he will go, right? He will go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll keep him there in the cover. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Use one of his activation dice to move again. Go 1, 2, and then use his remaining dice to go into Overwatch twice. Okay, so that was, oh, I made a mistake, guys. Sorry for that. Look. I got so excited that I skipped hostile group number 1, which are traitor guardsmen. Let's have a look if that made any difference. It's a 14, so it didn't. Sorry for that. But yeah, so Thaddeus also completed his activation. Group number 2 is a 4, still not enough. Group number 3, 12, no activation. All right. Amelin, I think it's about time we retreated to Maglev and, you know, finished our expedition here. Well, not expedition, mission. Whoa, cannot do anything about these 2, and I will spend these 2 to move 6. Let's go back to Amelin, who will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. I'm not sure if I can use the Blackstone dice, Destiny dice, for searching. I think I can. So I'll spend this 5, explore this 3rd loot location, and let's have a look what it is. Oh, it's another architect. So we have 3 already. No clues though. No clues. Okay. So that's Amelin and her activation done. Right, group number 4, reinforcement roll, 9. No, too high. All right, Espen Locarno now. Okay, let's go back to Espen. We think he healed himself previous turn. Right, overall, not bad. I will use these 2 to move 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's with Thaddeus, right? There's no threat to us, so we will just retreat. Look, so I'll spend these 2 to move another 4. So he will go 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, hide behind corner, so he's safe. And then only Pius Vaughan is left in the queue. So Pius Vaughan, 4 activation dice. There we go. We will also retreat. So I will use this to move 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she's already in Maglev. I won't even bother with activating these. She wouldn't be able to reach with her flamer anyway. Remove Inferno tokens off the board. Let's roll for the event dice. 18. Oh, it's exactly the same as it was before with the heroic effort, that I could heal an explorer that was potentially wounded, but there's, well, no effect really. Right, let's go back to the initiative track and let's see what happens. I'm quite sure we will finish it off this turn, and we'll see what the next encounter card is for us. Okay, Pius, Annalyn, Stone 2, Hostile 4, Esper 3, 1, and Thaddeus. Alright, let me show you that. Okay, so not Espern, Vorn is already in escape maglev, so she will just skip her turn. Look, do we have any doubles yet? One double there. Okay, so Pius Vorn, she can see Espern, so she will do the covering fire with him. So Espern will go first. Okay, let's roll for Espern. Whoa, look. Phew. Right, so how many movement points do we need to get Espern into the maglev? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will spend all 3, and he goes all the way in the back. He's ready to leave the mission. Right, so that was Espern. Okay, now what we're going to do, can they see each other? I'm sure they can. Yeah, so I should have done it, technically I should have done it, you know, before Espern moved, but I suppose we can do it now. It won't make any difference. Okay, so let's roll for our friend here. Oh, okay, and we'll use 2 dice of the precipice board, so he can move 6 in total. Right, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more, which is this one. 1, 2, and he's in maglev as well, ready to depart. Okay, so that was Thaddeus, Purifier. Reinforcement roll. Look at that, a perfect one for group number 2. We have how many spindle drones? Group number 2, 2 spindle drones. They will spawn in the closest portal to an explorer. This is the closest explorer, and that portal over there is the closest one. So they spawn there with a threat level of 3, and spindle drones will activate both of them. I will roll twice. Number 3 is hold, and 18 is advance. So one of them advances, and that's all they do. Okay, so that was group number 4. Okay, group number 2. Group number 4 now goes, and it's 10, too high. Pius Vorn will skip her activation. Group number 3, 7, too high. Group number 1 is 3. Why? There you go. We have some Orgals. Group number 4 and a 3 is 2 Orgals will spawn next to the spindle drones. And Orgals, what's their behavior? There you go. Orgals. Orgal number 1, 5. Sneak. So he will just follow the spindle drone. I'll show you what happened. And 13 is charged, so it will move twice. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Do they move 2 or 3? 3, sorry. So he's here, and he will be there. Okay. So Annalyn now can either finish off her expedition or practice her shooting. Let's have a look. Let's have fun, shall we? So Annalyn activates, and she rolled. Look at that. All she needs to get to maglev is just 1 dice, but I think we'll just make shooting round. Okay, look at that. So she will shoot the Orgal across the thing, but I don't think she is able to do that because no, where is it? Hide in shadows. An Urgul is treated, look at that. An Urgul is treated as being in cover if their attacker is more than 3 hexes from Urgul. Right, okay. So Amalyn here will show off her shooting skills. She will use this 4 to use her long rifle at the range of 4+. And what it does, if a 4+ activation dice is spent for a long rifle weapon action, that weapon action is treated as aimed, so ignores cover. And a failed result can be re-rolled. So let's have a look. Okay, failed, can be re-rolled, and failed again. So she's not that good after all. So we'll try it again. First roll, fail. Second roll, fail. All right. So she will use her 6. Come on. Everyone is laughing at her in the maglev. And there it is. There it is, a critical success. So the Urgul dies. Let's have a look if she would have rolled for inspiration. Urguls, if I remember correctly, have, 3 wounds, so 3 or less. No, it's 20. So she's very unlucky. So she spends her last activation dice to move into maglev, and they depart from this mission reasonably successful. All right, they collected 3 archotechs and killed some enemies. Wow, that was our first mission, just to test the party and see if they're any good. Okay, so let's see what's ahead of us in the exploration deck. Okay, let's draw a card and see what it is. So the next one is a challenge, a masterful defense. Only the toughest of explorers can seize the prize. Deal out 1 discovery card for each explorer and place them face up in a row. In leader order, each explorer can attempt to take one of the cards. In order to take an Architect card, the explorer must make a number of defense rolls equal to the card's value and not fail any of them. In order to take a clue card, the explorer must make 3 defense rolls and not fail any of them. If an explorer fails, they suffer 1 wound for each roll they failed. After each explorer that wishes to do so has attempted to take a card, any that remain are shuffled back into the discovery deck. Okay, let's deal 4 cards. So let me do it like this. Where are these? So Amalyn. Yeah. So let's take them from. Okay. And Esper. 1 for each. Ooh, 2. Clue. 1 and 1. So it's said that in order for us to pick it up, we need to make as many defense rolls as the value of the card and not fail any of them. For the clue one, it's 3. So who's got the highest defenses? Well, it's the highest chances of success. Yeah, it's Thaddeus. Thaddeus the Purifier, because he's the only one who rolls with D8. So Thaddeus will have to roll 3 times and not fail any of them. I will roll once for either of these 2. Doesn't really matter. Failed. So I take a wound and we just leave it as it is. Okay. So they will go back into the deck and I'll shuffle them in just a moment. Let's have a look what the next one is. Oh, it's a combat. 3 locations. So 3 groups. I will reorganize quickly. Okay. Right. So I think that's that. We will summarize here. and we will prepare ourselves for the next episode, in which the setup will be complete for the next mission. And the next mission is a combat mission. As you can see, this is what's ahead of us. Quite an interesting layout. 2 portals right in the top corner, 3 locations, 2 corridors. An interesting map ahead of us. Okay, so we're back with a new map laid out. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks like this. We have the entire map clearly visible. Our explorers to the left in maglev, approaching one of the abandoned stations that they came across during their expedition. We drew 3 groups of enemies. Group number 1, Megaworld Cultists, 4 of them. Group number 2, Traitor Guardsmen, 8 of them. And group number 3, another group of Traitor Guardsmen, this time only 6 of them. And well, actually 5 of them, because this is the this is the number of miniatures that I have. I do not have any more than that, so we'll just spawn 5 of them. All right, so here we go. Another important thing. Oh, I just realized it should be the other way around. Another thing worth mentioning is that Thaddeus is wounded. He has a grievous and a light wound. A light wound as a result of a challenge. He tried to collect one of the architect that the expedition, that the team came across during the challenge, but unfortunately he fell into a trap and failed, and actually was wounded. So hopefully we will roll some dice to recuperate and be beneficial once again with only 3 dice. We need to wait till we go back to the precipice to heal and trade for some equipment. But before we do that, we need to collect some more architect. Right, so let's begin. I will shuffle the initiative cards and we shall kick things off in this mission. Looks like a tough one, just looking at the board. Right, so Espern, group number 3, Thaddeus, group number 1, group number 2, Vorn, and Amalin. Right, so let me have a look on the board and see if we're going to do some covering fire. Or maybe we can use the Clarion as a support and allow for every member of the expedition to perform a gambit free of charge without spending activation dice. Right, so if I swap places, then maybe we can... what can we do? Espern shouldn't be the very first to move. It should be either Vorn or Amalin. And group number 3, it's Traitor Guardsmen. It's these guys right there in the middle. So they will close in and attack us. So we need both Vorn and Amalin, I think, to get into position. So it would be ideal to get rid of that to get rid of that group. Right, so what shall we do? What shall we do? How are we going to get rid of them? First of all, we will do some covering fire. Okay, that's for sure. Now, maybe Thaddeus could, since he's reasonably useless, okay, with his 2 dice. See, that's what I said, that's what I meant. Well, his agility is only a d6, so it will be very difficult for him to roll a critical success. It's terrible. That's terrible. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. I think I'm going to risk it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's risk it. So, let's begin with rolling the Destiny dice. We have 2 4s, 6 and a 2, so this 4 gets discarded. We will keep that thanks to Espern. We already rolled the activation dice for Thaddeus, so let's just continue and roll for every remaining explorer. So it's like that. Vorn, who will go first? Vorn, not that great. We need a 6. Do we have a 6? Yeah, we have a 6 in the on the Destiny board, so we will use that 6. Oh, that's actually not bad, not bad at all. All right, so here's what we're going to do, right? Pious Vorn. So, let's look at the board. We need to protect ourselves from this group, and this group will either charge us in from here or go around this pillar through here. So we can try and block them off by placing the Inferno there, and hopefully this will stop them from coming here. But before we do that, I think we should focus on 1, 2, 3. That's slightly too far. So what I'm going to do is this. I will activate Vorn with this 2. She will move 1. Okay. She moves 1. Now she's within range of 3 with these guys. Then we'll go to the Destiny board and use this 6 to activate her cleansing flames for 6+. Okay, so she will attack with 2d12s, and she will roll this attack for each figure on that hex. So we'll start with this guy, and it's a critical hit. He dies. Okay, now the flamer guy gets hit. Just 1 wound, not bad. Okay, and Boss himself is also dead. Fantastic. Well played. Well played. So I have an idea, right? I have an idea to keep going and use the Vindicator Flamer for this activation dice and attack the Flamer guy here with my D12, and it's a miss. Well, let's keep going. And we will use this 2. So the only other available move, because you can only use 2 dice from the Destiny board per character. So again, Vindicator Flamer. Yeah, 1+. So range of 3. Come on! Yes! Critical. So he dies. And here's my idea. Look at that. And here's what I'm going to do. I will spend the 4 to place Inferno here and block them off. Remember that I have 2 movement points remaining, so I'll go 1, 2 and hide in the cover. And the last dice that I had, I will turn one digit down and move that into Overwatch. Now I will roll for inspiration. Where's my Destiny dice? So I need 7 or less. It's 13. Nope. So that's group number 3. Group number 3 goes there. Okay, so that's it. Group number 3. Yeah, so that was Pious Vorn. Fantastic. Okay, group number 3. Traitor Guardsmen. Guys in the middle who are blocked off by the thing, by the Inferno. So are they hidden? Well, they can see Amalyn. So are they engaged? They're not in cover. They're not close. No. So they're other. Okay. So grenade thrower rolled 15. Oh, sorry for the bump. Rolled 15. So he will perform an onslaught. An onslaught means that he will attack twice. Okay. Onslaught means that attacks the closest explorer that is in range of and visible to this hostile. Then attack the closest explorer that is in range and can be the same or another one, same hex or adjacent. So can the grenade thrower? Yeah, he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he will use his D8 to attack me with his grenade, and he misses. Fantastic, but he will do it again, right? Because of the onslaught. It's a critical this time. So Amalin will use her d6 to perform. Okay. And she failed. So she takes a grievous wound. We'll get rid of that. Okay. That's bad. That's really bad. So now the last gun guy. Now this guy activates. And we'll see what happens. And it's a 3, right? 3 for the other is advance. Okay, so he advances through here. Let me just double check with the advance. Advance, move towards the closest explorer, then attack the closest explorer. Right, so the closest explorer is this one. So he moved, but he fell into a trap and he managed to go past it without being damaged. So it's his second action, second movement point, and now he shoots Amalin. Right, last gun guy shoots with the 8 regardless of range. Okay, so let's roll it. That's another grievous wound. Oh, come on. Well, at least we defended that one. Okay, let's go to Amalin and get rid of this one. So she received 2 wounds. That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. That's really, really bad. Okay, that was hostile group number 3. Now it's Amalin's turn to activate. Now she needs to get rid of these guys quickly. Okay, so she will First of all, she will use the 3 of the board to recuperate, to heal herself, and she will roll a d8, and it's a miss. It's terrible. I suppose she will do it again. Yeah, and oh, come on, and it's another miss. Now she has 2 dice left on her activation dice. So she will shoot the last gun guy with her long rifle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not ideal, to be honest with you. Unless, yeah, so she does that. Right, so she goes like this. 1, 2, she comes close, and she uses her power blade, and she rolls 2 d8s, hoping for, yeah, there it is, for a critical, and then with the last remaining action, move point action, she just moves behind that pillar, right? 1, 2, 3. Actually, I could have used. I missed that. I could have used Vorn's cleansing fire to get rid of that. Yeah, that's, well, too late now. Vorn could have saved Amalin from taking that second damage, but it's too late now. All right, so that was Amalin's activation. Let's go to the initiative track. Hostile group number 1, it's the Megaworld Cultists. Okay, Megaworld Cultists. Let me put their activation dice. Activation table here, behavior table. And first, the guy to the left will go like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the one to the left, he is hidden. 7 is charge. So 1, 2, 3, 1. He falls into a trap of Inferno. Unfortunately, I rolled a blank, so nothing happens. So 2, again, he falls into another trap, and this time it's a critical, and he dies. He does not go to the pool because he died as a result of a trap or an overwatch, so it does not count towards the inspiration rolls. So that's what it is. That was the first activation. There you go. Now these 2 guys in the middle. they roll 4 for being hidden, and they hold. Right? Now the one to the left is 7 to 9 is charge. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Right? So he got close to my guys, which is not perfect, but he won't attack because this was his second movement during his charge activation. So that was it. Hostile group number 1. Okay, hostile group number 2. Whoa, plenty of traitor guardsmen. All right, let me grab their behavior table, and we'll do it by groups. So first, this group activates. Okay, and it's 15. They're hidden. 15 is charge. So they go 1, 2, 1, 2. He goes right in there and falls into a inferno trap, and it's a blank. So nothing happens. Same story for his friend who comes in here, and also inferno and also blank. Damn. Now the group in the front, yeah, the 3 of them. So 11 on the behavior table is advance. So they will advance 1, 2, and stop. Yeah, they cannot shoot anybody. They can't see anyone. So now the last group, and they rolled a 4 for being hidden. It's sneak. So they will basically move 1, 2. Oh, and they fall over. Okay, so they will move like so, like that. Okay, so here we are. Ooh, hopefully it's okay for you to see that. That's what the map looks like right now. Okay, so that was hostile group number 2. Espen Locano now. Let's go to his character sheet and see what he has. What options does he have? Well, nothing special really. I think I'm going to move in. Ah, there you go. No. Before we do that, we will use Vorn's Overwatch for the Megaworld Cultists. That's it. I almost forgot about that. So the Megaworld Cultist came very close, and as a result of that, we will use this dice to activate Vindicator Chainblade, okay, and attack him with a d12. Okay, let's see what we roll. And we rolled a critical success. He dies. Well done, Vorn. Well done. Let's go to Espen now. So Espen will spend this and that to move 4. 1, 2, 3, and stay there with... or maybe not. No, we will do it like that. 1, 2, that's the first one, which was that one. Okay. Then I think we will use our third eye to shoot the guys who are standing there in the flames. Okay, who managed to avoid the inferno trap. So hopefully we will deal some damage and maybe potentially get rid of them. So in order for us to activate the third eye, all we need is 1+. So we will use this dice to attack. Who do we attack? We attack the flamer guy. Can we see him? No. Attack this guy with a d12. Oh, and it's a miss. Okay. So we will use another activation dice to do it again. Attack him again. Come on. Yeah, it's 1 damage. Always something. Okay. And then for the last activation dice, as you can see, nothing left. We will move there to and seek protection from Vorn. Alright, so we tried to deal some damage. We managed to slightly wound one of the traitor guardsmen, and then we retreated to hide behind cover here. Alright, so that's that. So Espen Locarno's action complete. Now Thaddeus the Purifier. Now he's in not a very good position to do anything. I think I'll spend this one to roll the Vitality roll with the Recuperate action. Let's see what it is, and it's a blank, of course, nothing. So the only thing we can do is either move, but do I really want to move? No, I will spend this one to heal myself again. And yeah, this time it's a critical success, but the only thing we can do is heal this wound. So nothing spectacular out of these guys. So this turn is complete. So hopefully it wasn't too chaotic. There's a lot going on. Yeah, we have a few simplification in place, especially when you have so many figures on the board. You know, activating every single one and rolling, you know, Blackstone dice for each figure is very tedious and repetitious and very boring, especially to watch. It's boring to play and it's boring to watch. That's why I activate them in groups. So if there are more than one figure in one hex and they get to activate, I roll once for the group. I think it's more thematic and, you know, it speeds things up. So I hope you don't mind. So there we are. Let's make a small flyover. This is where we are. We are quite squeezed in here in this, well, tight spot really. We're hiding behind this pillar. Enemies are closing in. Thankfully, this Megaworld Cultists decided to stay in their starting location. Only 2 of them moved in, so we managed to get rid of them. Now we have a lot of traitor guardsmen pouring in through the central portion of the map. Thankfully, we managed to hide behind the pillars, so not all of them had a chance to attack us. Amalin was wounded, grievous wound and a light wound, so hopefully next turn we will be able to get rid of this light wound and she will be more useful next time. The other guys look reasonably fine. So all in all, I think it was an alright start to the new combat mission that we came across. Yeah, I suppose we will stop this episode here. And thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Let's just make a small flyover to showcase the miniatures. Right. And the Megaworld Cultists, I absolutely adore these miniatures. Whoever designed them has some twisted mind, don't they? But they look fantastic. Okay, and our guys stuck here in the tight spot. Okay, regrouping, hoping to fight back and collect some loot, hopefully some clues on our way to unlock the very first stronghold, which we're quite excited to play. Anyways, we'll see about that in future episodes. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.